Hi, I'm Dr. Karen Bradley McNeese, dietitian with the UK Health and Wellness Program. Thank you for joining me today as I share some of my favorite time-saving ingredients with you. As a dietitian, I value food that is both nutrient-dense and delicious. But like many of you, I usually want to get in and out of the kitchen as quickly as possible. So I'm always on the lookout for ingredients that I call shortcuts. They won't compromise on nutrition or flavor, but they will save me time and effort in the kitchen. So, here are 5 of my favorite dietitian-approved, time-saving ingredient shortcuts. Number 5. Since I cheat in the kitchen with my ingredient shortcuts, I'm going to cheat in this video by showing you more than one ingredient here. I call this category the flavor enhancers. Many recipes call for garlic, onion, or ginger as a way to build flavor. Now, I'm not saying it's all that hard or super time-consuming to mince garlic, chop an onion, or grate fresh ginger. But it is one more step, and in many recipes, I simply cannot tell the difference between the fresh stuff and the shortcut stuff. So, I always keep bottles of this garlic and ginger around. They are squeezable, and you can use them in equal amounts as the fresh stuff. Once you open them, store them in the fridge, and they will last for quite a while. Also, I always keep these frozen chopped onions on hand. This is Pick Sweet brand, but you don't have to get this brand. You can buy Kroger brand or the brand that your grocery store sells. But these, again, are frozen and always ready to use and on hand. All right, number 4, shrimp. I love shrimp, and so does my family. It is not always the most economical protein source, but it is a lean protein source, and it's definitely tasty. But fiddling around with cooking raw shrimp or defrosting frozen shrimp can be time-consuming. That is where a store-bought cocktail ring comes into play. This is the kind of thing you might serve at a party or bring to a get-together. But it is brilliant in the kitchen because it is designed to be ready to eat, ready to use. I simply buy the shrimp cocktail ring, leave it in the fridge for a day or so before I need it to ensure it's fully defrosted, and voila! I just pull the tails off the shrimp and I am ready to roll. One of my favorite ways to use them is in shrimp tacos. I usually serve them cold along with my taco fixings. I don't even turn the stove on. But they are also great for pasta or rice dishes where you can just throw the shrimp in at the end and let them get warm for a minute or two before serving. Shrimp cocktail rings are often on sale at Kroger, so keep an eye out for deals. Because you find them frozen, you can keep them in the freezer and store them till you're ready to use them. All right, chicken. Number 3. Chicken is lean, affordable, and very versatile. But the thing with chicken is that you often have to dice it or slice it before using it in a recipe. Then the chicken juices get everywhere and you have to clean that up. Now, I might be being a little dramatic here, but sometimes it just has to be as easy as possible. That is where this frozen shredded chicken can really help you out. You can see that this is Tyson brand. I haven't found another product like this, but maybe you will by looking around in the stores where you shop. But this is a new favorite in my kitchen. While I am making the dish that the chicken will go into, I simply defrost this chicken on the stove or in the microwave and then toss it into my dish. It works especially nice in soups. I like that shredded chicken texture instead of big chunks of soup or big chunks of chicken in my soup. I have also found this to be great with my Instant Pot. I put the frozen shredded chicken right in there with the other ingredients, and the Instant Pot does the rest. This also works really well for making tacos, barbecue sandwiches, or homemade chicken salad. All right, number 2. So maybe you've heard about whole grains. They are grain products that typically undergo less processing and retain more of their natural fiber and nutrients. Research tells us that they are a healthier alternative to refined grains, such as white bread and white rice. Examples of whole grains include whole wheat bread, whole wheat pasta, brown rice, and quinoa. Now, I like rice, and so does my family, but cooking brown rice on the stove can be a time-consuming and messy chore. Whenever I cook rice on the stove, rice ends up sticking to the bottom of the pan, and that's just another thing I have to spend time cleaning up. So, enter minute brown rice. It is brown rice that has been pre-cooked and dried with nothing added but convenience. These microwavable bowls are ready in 1 minute and are good for a single serving. But if you are feeding a family, you can buy it in a big box and it takes 10 minutes in the microwave. Again, it's quick, it's hands off, and it's easy to clean up. Okay, for our final ingredient, I am going to cheat again. I have 2 things to show you here. Cutting up vegetables to use in recipes can be one of the most time-consuming tasks for people. And I don't know about you, but whenever I try to chop up a head of anything, I make a huge mess and find bits of vegetables all over my kitchen. But of course, I have found a way around that. Okay, check out this lowly bag of coleslaw cabbage. It's actually quite magical. I use it to make an unstuffed cabbage roll at my house. I also use it to make an egg roll in a bowl dish. No more wrangling with that head of cabbage. I just open the bag and dump it in. A similar trick is to buy a bag of broccoli slaw. I recently tried this in a beef and broccoli dish that called for broccoli florets. But again, I didn't want to mess with cutting up the head of broccoli into florets, so I tried this broccoli slaw. You get the same flavor, crunch, and nutrition without the effort. And of course, I serve my beef and broccoli over minute brown rice. So there you have it. I have a lot of other tricks up my sleeve, but we'll have to save those for another time. I hope you have found this helpful and that it inspires you to try some of your own shortcuts. The UK Health and Wellness Program is always here for you and willing to meet you wherever you are. Eat Well provides a variety of ways to connect with our registered dietitians, such as myself, so please let us know how we can support you. Stay well, and thank you for being with me.